did not notice. How do I? Can I up volume? I don't know if it's live now. We will see. We'll see what happens.
Mhm.
Is it? Yes. Bah! Sound check. Hmm? Yeah. Is it live? Are we here now? We will see in a second. No? If it's live, we are sort of figuring it out. Where to see if it's live. Just so you know. So. Hey, yeah. We're live. How do we know this is real? I can't trust. But it's lagging like crazy. Is it lagging for everyone or just me? Like we pause it. Tell us in chat if it's working. Like we can't play it up at the same time. It's just life for you. That's how stuff works when I do stuff. Hey Dan and other people. This is Mons, by the way. We should probably turn off the like. This is not. You didn't see this room. We are very unprepared.
Yeah.
So everyone knows. But maybe it's shittier quality now. Oh, but it's streaming in full HD. Wow. But like, should we have like cool lights and stuff?
Probably.
Is this cool? Wow. That's really cool. I really like it. So what's up? What are we doing? What's Q&A? Was it the Q&A one? Ask questions in that case. I don't know. We can do whatever. We can yam.
Maybe.
Bexeniken is taking a nap over here in the other room. Just nobody asked that. You should ask about that. Yeah, I look like a Smurf according to my wifey. Is the mic level good? Like I can fuck that up if you want to. I can do crazy volume stuff. But I don't feel like that's necessarily a great idea. Now it's very almost in the center.
Yeah. Nice.
Wait, is this the mirror? So how is this person doing? Who's standing right there? We should have background music or something. Dance?
Yeah.
Can you dance?
No, not really.
Me neither. Best of. Yeah, okay. You entertain. Ask Mons some questions.
Okay. Yeah, almost. Mons. Mons, yeah. Trying to keep up here. My shoe size, I don't know, for in European it's 43 and a half, probably. Capital of Ecuador, I don't know. Do you know?
What? Is it DDC? Always DDC. No, I'm kidding. Are you related to you
Bread
just
is good.
You're like a hot young version of Weinbach, in my opinion. Team stuff over here. Roll with it.
Yeah.
Fuck hangout. Chat is so slow. We need more chat. Love you. Are you a member of Sun?
Ah, I wish I was, but no.
Poor Heinbach. You are. She's calling you poor Heinbach. We're drinking shitty beer. We love it. Y2K? You know, my first graffiti crew was called YK. We did like this stuff. I don't know if it's these hands for Cam. No idea. The pants are from H&M. It's like the best type of pants, and they updated it this year to have pockets as well. These types of pants. It's called slacks. They're very cheap on H&M. I always get gift cards from my parents. So it's lady pants, and ladies now have pockets. It's a thing. The world is moving in the right direction. I guess. Beggs is on his way. Is Beggs gonna make yeah, like Beggs could be here. And we're over here.
Yeah.
Or switcheroo, I don't know. No, it's not. Oh, like I'm just stating that they have an age difference. It's not like he's an old man or anything like that. Pants. I finally found out about the pants.
Of course I'm poor.
Yeah,
I'm a
exactly.
student.
Yeah, of course. But you have you own 2 apartments in Sweden.
Yeah, I do.
But you're a student.
But I bought them when I was working.
Okay,
But I don't do that anymore.
No, so you invested. You're like a
Yeah.
fucking swine, capitalist swine. Yeah, I don't understand why ladies have never had pants with pockets before. It's really sexist of the stores. But I think it's because they want to sell, and I talked about this before. For some reason, people always bring it up, but to sell more handbags. I think.
Maybe. I haven't really thought about it.
The dominate one of us. I'm the louder one.
Yeah.
I guess. Like voice-wise.
Pretty laid back.
We should do like this. Now it's all leveled up. But also, it depends. Like in some videos, when you drink, you get a bit funky. Oh, look at that. There are 2 apartments. Really awkward? Yeah, fake pockets. These have a fake back pocket, which is the weirdest pocket to fake.
Yeah.
Completely pointless for, like, it only fucks up the ass. I know, like, if it's for the ladies to be, and this is going in a misogynistic direction, but I'm visualizing that I'm a store person, like a person designing clothes, I guess, to sell to more people, and it's like about the bum situation. Something, I don't know. Then like a line over here is it's just pointless. Pocket in my underwear.
Come on in.
Hello? Super sneaky.
Super shy. Hi.
Hi.
Måns.
Måns.
I'm
I'm so fucking polite. I always introduce
Yeah.
after.
After the live stream is on.
This
I
is Bangs!
I waited so long, you know, and
Yeah.
but you didn't want. Hey, people!
We've been up all day so far. And night. Almost. We took a nap.
I took a nap.
Yeah, but now. Yeah, but I mean, we took a nap during the night.
Very important information.
Eggman.
Yeah, almost. Big man.
Big man.
Hello, Chris.
That's not a
Hey,
good.
it's another big. You see, are we related?
He eats
Yeah.
hates an album. I'm having breakfast.
Bless your breakfast.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking we could have some chill background music maybe to get a vibe.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me?
Like if you have stuff on your laptop.
Like just songs to play?
Yeah.
I probably do.
So, cause I don't really know what we're doing. So try and figure that out as we go.
I didn't even know there was a live stream until I
No,
got here.
yeah.
Welcome to public.
Didn't prepare, but we prepared in heart as well. And I said that I could do a Q&A. I think that was my only promise. Maybe I did other promises. But in that case, it wasn't me.
Promise me the world.
So we can have this one. And we just literally have background music in the background. Or should we have background music on the stream? Then we can't hear it. That fucking sucks. That's a really bad idea.
So, this one here.
Kan jag ta en Lundgrens?
Ja, för fan.
Fy fan vad nice. Du får ta en Viking om du vill.
Jag tar den sen. Jag har
Det
två
är det
inne i
som är
sen.
det skit.
Dubbelmoms.
Ja,
Snus.
Förstår du norsk?
Lite. Bor ganska nära
Yeah,
norska
it lives
gränsen.
pretty fucking close to the border. In one of his apartments. We also have Bless coming in. He's just a slow person. He slept for long, but he pitched it so nice when I talked to him in the phone. He was like, everything is going according to plan. Get a good night's rest, then chill for a couple of hours.
They put out a video.
Today?
Yeah, or like an hour ago.
He lied to me. That's what I take away from that. He didn't get a good
He
night's
doesn't
rest.
seem like a super sincere guy.
Shady Blacks.
Do you have any cues and
Are you gonna go on
so you
internet?
can edit?
Do you have music on the computer or only online?
Not really, not. So okay, it's fucking with your life.
Yeah, exactly. We are going on phone internet right
Yes.
now.
Okay. All right, I'll log off. Boom.
This case is a table. We never used it.
I don't know.
But
Table. Yeah, but you put it on this one, so it's a bit higher.
Okay.
actually, we can.
Like if you want to, I guess.
Do you have like a
I see more
transferring thing to
compact tables than this.
Oh no, you have like superphone. A dongle.
Or you can just find it. No. That's still your
Ooh.
phone. I don't like have a playlist on my computer because it's all on the net on SoundCloud.
But turn on machine. We do stuff.
We do
instead.
stuff.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know if people
Do you
want
need
us
the
to
table?
do stuff. Do you want us to do stuff?
They don't.
Is it
They only want bananas. Anyone here got any bananas?
It's just pretty.
Papa banana, you remember that?
Yeah. I'm gonna finish it. I have it on
You
this
have it?
computer. I'm thinking to finish it for the toy album. There's flyers on this table.
Will I get like
Pretty weird.
songwriter credentials on it or like?
What did you do? You came up with Papa Banana.
Yeah, that's like the main.
But you said Papa Banana, like P-A-P-A, like Daddy.
Yeah.
Now it's Pop A Banana.
Ah,
I stole
I
it.
destroyed it.
Destroyed it. I improved it.
It was already perfect, man.
No. Because it's like a thing, it means bust a nut. You pop a banana.
Oh,
You know.
is that a thing?
It will be. We're gonna make it, or I mean, we're not gonna make it a thing.
Because it was not politically right with Papa's banana.
Yeah, oh, don't pop Papa's banana. So, do you want to ask more questions about stuff in the room? Because I can hook you up with those answers for room stuff. Think of it as room service. I really don't appreciate the whole door situation. Don't look at my door. What's the painting about? Only Organelle question. I have made all my Organelle videos private on my YouTube channel. Why the fuck was the table a big letdown? It's an amazing table. You flip it out. My middle name is almost Frodo. The pink toy piano?
Logo?
The Barbie one, maybe? And there was some other questions about something that I don't remember. Should I scroll up? The Barbie one is from our video.
Yeah, it is.
Is it the
When
OP1 video? Yes. The OP1 versus Bar. No?
No, we did compare it to. I don't remember which ones, but we made it.
Yeah, I think it was with this one.
Poo.
It's got the poo knob.
Poo knob.
Turd it around.
Dirty shit.
But I think if you search for like $1,500 synth versus $5 synth or something like that. Who is this Simon guy? What if you close the door? That's a weird question. Frodo is my middle name. The painting. You mean that painting? Or that painting that you can't see?
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
That's a
I'm
great
glad you're asking about that painting.
No, but the painting is just a technique. Like all of my art was mainly, it's the same with the one you can't see and stuff like that. Like it's conceptual in the sense that I come up with a technique. So then I do a bunch of art in a technique, basically. It's me. I made it. I make everything.
It's beautiful. It's very beautiful.
I read Simon the
Like-
Nickel. Should we give away a painting to somebody who can't get it?
You have 5 minutes to come get the painting,
Yeah.
and it's yours.
Otherwise, we burn it.
Like our money.
I only have 2 over there, and I don't want to give those away.
Simon is in the sauna right now,
Is this place fire
searching for
I
art.
think
proved?
I gave every
No.
painting away.
What did it?
Has the fire department come here and proved this place not to be super burnable?
Wow, your shirt is fucked up on cam.
Yeah.
At least on that one.
Yeah.
Look,
Yes.
look what's
This
happening.
shirt is taking hallucinogenic. That's crazy.
Spray paint, foot and car. Here, it's gonna smell.
Hey, dipwit. Dip, 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 dip.
Now everybody's gonna want that as well. It's a bad idea. What I do for my viewers? Oh my god. How do you spell foot? Foot and Cora. Coraline.
Caroline. Okay, so the sound is from the computer now. Boom, 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 boom. What am I going to do? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So many choices, so big brain. It's bound to be complicated. Okay, are they hearing shit now and we not?
That was spectacular. You can't walk on the floor now, just so you know.
Okay.
Just avoid walking.
Yeah.
I love that one anyways.
I made a really ugly A, just so you know.
But are they hearing this?
I'm gonna spray paint all of your
Is
names
it
later.
an annoying organ going now?
Nobody do the
'Cause
speakers.
this one is into the speakers, right?
Yeah. So you will be able to hear it.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
In
Sometimes
those
I
speakers.
scroll to this one and then it bounces.
But your headphones are in the machine, if it's the machine.
Yeah.
then
No.
you hear. Okay. So you have volume.
Welcome to the Magpie Church. Blessed upon the breakfast every and each morning.
Is it supposed to be like that? Like high rings?
No, that's some
Me and honey.
feedback.
So it's like if you have.
Check it out.
Try now.
Maybe the mic is on this one.
Sounded like it. So,
Hmm.
but now it's the headphone. You do stuff.
I'll
Your
stop
computer.
to.
It's Andre's set. There's a guy who makes feedback mixer thing. There's my beer.
What do you have the double for two, so I can hear it? It's
Yes.
better if I take it from the machine and instead of using the built-in thing. So the pink thing you had. Oh, this one. Yes, perfect.
Only.
Okay,
That actually kind of almost worked. Meow. Oh, we need to describe the weather.
All hail Garbo.
That was John who used to do that all the time. All here.
Yeah, where is he at? Is he there?
We have bad weather though.
Big
Yeah.
stick at.
And it's dark outside.
It's getting worse. Winter is coming.
This is meow. Cuteness of meows.
We need more fans so we can have circulation on the.
Yeah.
Whose idea was this? Motherfuckers.
I'm getting
We'll end this tour
weird.
right now. News broadcasts.
That's why you don't use drugs. You can just read this. Behold!
Bless the breakfast.
Yes!
Current events here. We don't know. We don't take part in society. Why should we?
I heard of that word.
Yeah. It's a weird thing to do.
Why would anyone do that?
I wonder if I can if it's got functions or something. This cam.
Functions.
Yeah, like functions. Oh.
Why are these so low? Is it the main thing?
Maybe here.
No.
I also want to do
Do
stuff.
not touch yet. Time will come when I call upon you
This is
to
like
touch
how-
stuff.
Oh, we're vlogging. Oh, hey, where's vlogging?
Yeah.
Hey, vlogging.
Love you, mommy.
Love you, mommy. Or is
I don't know.
Is this
Lie.
better?
hard to fit in frame.
Yeah, it is. Squeezed up.
Fuck my beer all the time. Ah, Tataki Shaky. I can be super steady though if I want to. I was pretending.
Going on.
Come on. But what do they want us to do?
I don't know.
Do they even want us?
Like you're vibe master now, and what do we do?
I don't know.
Do we rap battle?
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could.
Yo, Mons, you look like a hobo Heinbach. I don't know what to rhyme on Heinbach.
Yeah. I should come up with some comeback, but
Yeah.
the rapping it. ain't my thing.
Dakato would be joining us, but he won't because he has a ryggskott. So he fucked up his back sleeping, which is kind of cool to do. Yeah, we will say hi to him. We're gonna do Dollhead Orchestra later when I have like 100 Dollheads or something. Hobo Heinbach sounds smooth. But what do you rhyme on it? Hobo Heinbach.
Hobo Heinbach. Yeah.
I don't know many
It's a
words
Good.
that
Po-
rhyme some
Yeah.
about.
Pogo.
Pogo.
Cut off this.
Pine cone. Pogo. Yeah, but what rhymes on Heinbach? Find hashish. Find much.
No, that one fly.
So much weird.
Yeah, but it kind of rhyme. if I Google you, I won't find much. So he's like, oh, bird!
Okay.
Bird!
He didn't go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not funny. Don't be so mean.
Boobios. I don't know how he makes booby OS.
No.
Mein Dach!
And what's a duck?
Oh, yeah, you look like a hobo Heinbach. You're a fucking baby. Cry much? so bad.
Yep, we are in Stockholm right now.
Yeah, this is Stockholm.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did you think we were?
A bit outside
Wait,
Stockholm.
he lives
From
in
East
Oslo.
Coast to West Coast. Yeah, so
Yeah.
kind of is.
Yeah.
From
And it sounds so cool.
East
Mhm.
Coast
Yeah, really
to
nice.
Best Coast.
Cheese Coast.
so lame gangster Magpie.
Inner Pine.
What rhymes with Magpie?
Do you guys snowboard? Yeah, I snowboard.
You made
So
the
loud.
bang right now. Bagpipe.
Bagpipe. Pretty good, actually.
Thank you. I'm proud of that.
They don't live here, no. He lives in 2 apartments all over the country.
No, not really.
Yeah, that's the rich guy you told me about.
Yeah, the rich guy. Necktie? I have a bolo tie. Or do you mean necktie as a rhyme to magpie? Any kind of fruit pie. Yeah, but that's just pie.
Pie.
You can just rhyme pie with pie. Lame.
Stereo apartments, yeah.
Stereo.
Cream pie.
Really
fake pie.
great Bluetooth connection. 2 flats. That's a pretty fucking cool nickname. Hey, 2 flats. What up? What up,
Yeah.
2 flats?
But not for long. I was
Not for
saying
long,
that.
2 flats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saggy guy, wet wipe. What the fuck? I'm ending this last stream. Too personal. Mono
Shaggy
house.
high.
Yeah, but the analog has a fucking house. Though. Oh, I thought it was. No, it is. It's the lamp shaking, but it sounded like a really fucking cool sound.
Hey, is this one touching that one?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, you should do this.
3 people, 1 machine.
Okay.
I think this is on a choke, so wait.
What the fuck did
Sorry. No.
It's like yours and everything. Don't touch me. Sorry.
Yeah, now you can press them. No.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're not too offended.
Babba-dabba-dibba-diboo. Yeah, motherfucker.
Some in the bagpipe. Yeah.
Oh, where's the bagpipe sample? Wow. California,
Okay.
here we come. It's almost. Yeah, funny. Should I get a machine as well? I don't know. I fix. You fix.
It's not a big fix.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it was.
You need the spotlight. I have so many lights.
Sunlight. Why you have
How to
sunlight in
YouTube?
that?
Just get a fuckload of lights. That's like step 1 to doing YouTube. Cameras just enjoy more lights. Like if we turn this one on, is it bad or good for stream? Maybe it's worse, actually.
No.
I don't know. Is it like too much? I don't know.
So blue.
What's this? It's my dark nipple coming through. Yeah, fake plants. Yeah, should we make a diss track? To who? Yeah, you have a shiny head now. In your life.
Yeah. Shine on me, sweet Jesus. Shine on me.
Sweet Jesus. What the fuck?
It was the organ things.
Christian candy. The best candy brand. Ah. I've been in the US once.
Coca-Cola.
No? What? I'm
Some
going
people
back.
say I'm bad at reading.
Strigan, with this Strigan.
Some people call me dramatic, but they can drown in acid. So.
How do we diss Strigan?
Harry
Potter
He's hard, yeah, and fucking rigid and rigid. And
Yeah, I'm going back for a name. Yo, Strigan is rigid.
it's a hard diss, man.
Justice against Strigan. That's pretty fucking good. How do you not diss Strigan? Burn. I don't know how that's a burn, but okay, burn.
You like to say the word burn.
Yeah, but it kind of looks like a... Yeah, like Harry Potter did a lot of drugs for a period. Grew a beard. Or something. I don't, you don't even know who Strigan is, probably. So
No.
that's the
I don't
most
know.
powerful diss
Oh.
so far.
No, I actually don't
He
know.
didn't know who I was before.
Mons knows nothing.
Oh!
Ignorant.
Burn!
Hey, no tatake! Mons doesn't
Bye,
need to
tatake.
know. People know who Mons is. He's not that cool.
It's way cool.
Not,
But
not
who is
that
it?
cool. No, he's just some kid. He's a fucking kid on the fucking Magpie Pirates. I want to have like a Captain Morgan stance. We're just gonna post now for 30 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a
Can we
listen.
make them think the camera is frozen? How would we? What would it be the stance to have the frozen camera stance?
Yeah. I don't know.
Eerie. Hood Mordu? Hood Mordu?
Maybe someone could send us a sample, like some chords or some things, and we can chop it up and make something.
Should we get Strigan on voice chat? No, I look like a Smurf. You can't diss me. I already know I look like a Smurf. But they don't have blue hair though.
Not yet.
Not yet. Modern Smurfs. Hipster Smurfs. Hur mår du, bro? Hur mår du? Hur mår du egentligen? Mår du dåligt eller? Mår du dåligt?
Is that Beggs?
Where's Biggs?
Is he here? Ah, it's me.
Here.
Edge flow.
How do I even Discord? Don't look at my porn searches. I don't look at porn on this computer. This is my work computer. God
Some
damn it.
sick ass porn right there.
You say looking at
Discord.
yeah, the Discord. Wow.
This is what you masturbate to.
But okay, now
Porn would be better.
Yeah. We can't really hear
Somewhat
them
normal.
though. Are they gonna be on the live?
I don't know. Try.
Me neither. Like, I can figure it out. Give us a second.
Did that mean be quiet?
No. Do stuff.
This is getting old real fast.
Yeah. There should be like a mixer. Oi, oi, oi.
Let's save the chat. Come back to it.
Whoa. Hmm? Hmm. Weird. Do you hear them on stream? No, right? I don't hear anything.
Nope.
So if we switch to that one? No? Maybe not? Maybe if we switch to...
Fuck you, stream archers.
What the fuck? Who said fuck something?
Hello, Simon.
Oh,
Simon, you idiot. I'm stupid. You don't fucking call me Simon.
Who?
I'm not Simon, man.
Sorry, you know, you sounded like Simon the first time. I don't know. Simon is here.
Squirm?
I have a question. And the ring around his profile picture is just like green, so I cannot tell whether he's talking or not.
DDC, hello.
I have a question for.
Now they should be in the stream. Should we put on headphones so we can hear?
What?
Yeah, so we can hear and they hear us.
Yes. Yes.
Hello. Simon.
Yeah, God, tell me.
Simon isn't really there, guys. I tried talking.
I'm here!
Team
He's there,
Hangout!
but not there.
Team Hangout!
Team Hangout.
Don't tell me
DDC.
where I am.
Hashtag Team Hangout!
Pirate
DDC.
Hangout.
It hurts
Oh,
only.
who's chat?
Holy shit, there's a lot of
You
people
lie about
talking
us
just
on
Simon.
stream.
Yeah. There was only 3 people like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and then when Simon joins, it's like 500 people. Holy
It was
shit.
just me and Deep Surface and Suicide and
Yeah.
Analog Weapon.
We need to.
Now
fix
There's an
that.
infinite loop going on and it's only getting noisier.
Worse.
Yeah.
I was like everyone.
Is it on us? Is the loop on us?
If Simon.
I
if
think
Simon,
so. I think it is on you, Simon.
We don't
Is
hear
Simon
it, so
here?
it's kind of got.
Wow.
Simon.
Why?
If Simon was there, I would actually beg him to come to the old dub right now.
I wonder why it's.
But
looping.
he is here.
But
we are
look at.
trying to set up
Yeah, we're
things on
trying
the
to f-
Discord, but they
Yeah.
don't seem to get it.
But how is it? Is it still fucked up? So input. Hello. Do you hear us now? Is it still fucked up? And I'm gonna do like this. Oh!
Let's see your breakfast.
Okay. Whew. Is it kind of working now? Maybe?
Yes.
But check if it's working on stream as well.
I don't know who's speaking anymore.
Simon,
Yeah.
if you come to her toilet right now,
Yeah, it's working on stream.
But we can't go to her toilet right now. We're here.
I
It's
will
still
come
here
over
on
there.
infinite
I'm in the
loop.
dub.
Is Simon like talking on stream right now?
Yeah, but there shouldn't be an infinite loop on stream at least.
Stream and
No,
Discord.
there isn't.
Good.
It's only
Haha.
Discord, which is the thing.
I don't hear.
Oh, not the, on the
I don't
stream
hear a
now.
loop either.
Is it me?
No.
Oh, maybe.
we don't hear
No, but no, I can. It's not on you, Analog. But is it on me?
If there's supposed to be a loop.
Is the loop gone? No.
I'm going insane. I think I'm going insane.
But no, there's
Yeah,
no loop
because
on.
there is
our-
no
yeah.
loop here, so
Yeah.
I mean.
You are the loop, Strigid.
We shall become the loop.
Strigid is the loop. Maybe.
Together, my
Maybe someone has the Discord and the sound of the
Yeah, on the
live.
stream.
Yeah.
Some idiot.
Alright, I think I figured it out.
Typical,
That's the guy.
typical Strigid. That was Strigid, everyone. Just so you know.
No, it wasn't me. No, I just.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Okay, but now the stream is just voice chat stream.
Yes, Simon.
No.
Simon, I have a question.
Yeah, let's do Q&A stuff now.
Har du den på nu? Simon!
Hey there, Simon. I love you.
Simon! In 1 week or so, you wanna take a beer, we'll fix it.
I'll drink beer.
Said
Yes.
this summer.
Yes.
He don't
No.
drink these
Yes.
things. You know.
Let's
I am
do
a
it.
bit drunk,
Me too.
a bit drunk now, but
No, I'm not. I drank 1 beer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
shit.
You're only
I'm not drunk yet. But yeah, let's connect. Let's figure it out. For
How
sure.
am I supposed, guys? How am I supposed to hear this when I cannot hear Simon through Discord?
You're
I
right,
can hear him through the stream, but I can also hear you guys through the stream. So I cannot hear anything.
Mute this.
Is this Strigid again? No.
Always with the string.
If I mute this,
I'm joking.
wait. So should I just mute?
See,
all
now you hurt his feelings. He's going.
I'm sorry.
Should I just mute all the people?
But you
guys-
still got us.
Yeah.
He loves to talk.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Alright, I have a
I
question.
like to be on my phone.
How did you and
But okay.
Simon and Mons meet?
Uh,
Simon is gone.
Yeah, Simon's back now.
Here I am.
Hello, Simon.
What's up?
Hi, Simon.
Behold.
Give us the story behind Simon and Mons meeting. You two.
He didn't use Sanity Bandit.
Yeah, I did.
Way back.
And I lived quite close to here. And
Did you still send it?
No, I didn't send it. I went over here and
Send it and walk over.
Yeah. I walked over here and then yeah. So that's
We had so
that
many
way.
common interests in common, like beer and stuff.
vodka is good as well.
Instant connection. It's amazing.
Beer at first sight.
Yeah, beer at first sight.
Yes.
So it's not a great story, but then we started making some. I don't know how
Yeah.
many videos we've
More.
made, but it's not. We haven't made a lot of videos.
No, but
Handful.
yeah.
We also made a
Mm.
song that never, ever turned up.
Before today.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think it's here.
Made quite a lot of songs that we started on, but
Worldwide exclusive.
Worldwide exclusive. Yeah, but I don't know if. I don't think it's.
Mons,
Hmm?
he's on the cat album.
yeah.
Yeah, on one song.
On one song, yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah, it is.
The best song, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I'm
Kind of.
not sure if I
Guys,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to hear you? And how am I supposed to hear what Simon is saying?
We don't know. You figure it out. Yeah. We can't figure it out for
Can't
you.
hold your hand through your life, man.
Technical. I don't get it. How am I supposed
Just
to
mute.
like?
Mute yourself and see if it works.
Do you other guys have the same problem though?
I muted Discord, but then I cannot hear what anybody here is saying. So if it's
What the fuck is happening?
But this is not crispy.
But just mute
Troubleshooting for you.
just mute the live and listen to the Discord.
Yeah. How are we feeling it so far? Dun, 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 dun,
can scream the
dun,
highest.
dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to find if I have yours here, but I don't think I do. It would have been cool if I did. We only have.
Unmute Simon.
No, I don't have Simon muted.
Oh no, mute. You're lying.
You're lying. Fucking TDC being so hard on people. Shut up. Like I'm thinking it should be called Mons,
Wait,
probably.
Drink
wait,
that
wait,
beer.
wait, so-
Like a
Wait, so
map.
you guys can hear Simon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
We got about 15 more minutes to troubleshoot this, then Simon's slots
Oh.
over.
Joshua!
But
Slick
I haven't
26.
accomplished
I
anything
would love
yet.
to hang out with you, brother.
Yeah, we can extend the slot.
You
Just have
guys
to-
can. You
We
guys
need
can
to
all hear Simon through this.
For fuck's
Accomplish
sake, yes.
something.
Yeah.
Aren't you a parent,
Sorry,
Analog?
guys.
You can't get fucking annoyed by people like that.
Mute the
You're a
stream
father.
or mute
You need a father
Discord.
patience.
We're on both somehow.
He doesn't have. He
weird.
already has an actual kid.
He can't care about strangers.
Yeah, but are they on the stream hearing what we are hearing also?
I
Don't
don't
you
know.
join in on this as well? Fuck me, man.
Okay, but
Just live with it. It is what it is.
that's the trouble. Then I get it.
This
That's kind of impossible. to do.
2 hours of this, and we will all be insane.
I say that's content.
But okay, let's get to some deep questions. I said I was gonna do a Q&A. I haven't answered anything. I just spray painted my floor. That's all I've done so far.
That's an answer.
Yeah.
Does Mon
Like,
be an answer?
can I ask why did you do that?
That's a question.
Too many questions. Too personal. No, but I like it. It's kind of nice. I need to tape up a bunch of I need to patch the floor because I don't know how. Do I wear like golf shoes or why is the floor breaking all the time? It's really weird.
Drop
I think
things.
because you walk on it.
Yeah, but you walk on floor. That's kind of what it's for.
I use water.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I prefer water.
I walk too hard. Walk hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
You need to.
Remember?
Yeah.
That's what they
Someone
do.
out there walking.
Guys, I can hear Simon.
Next question.
Yeah. What's the capital of Ecuador?
I don't know. Spain? I have
That's
no
wrong.
idea.
Yes.
I don't care.
Name
I'm
a
not gonna go
country in
there.
China.
I don't know where.
a country in
Taiwan.
China.
China?
His nickname Mountain.
Like
Mountain.
Thailand is a
Yeah,
part of
Mons.
China, but they kind of
Yeah,
think
yeah,
of
mounts.
themselves
It's
as a
almost
country.
like mountain, yeah.
Okay, mountain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 flats.
Olympus
AKA
Mons
mountain.
on Mars.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Olympus Mons, yeah.
So that's
Exactly.
you?
And mountain.
No, that's not me, but it's named after me.
Oh yeah, it's named after you. For sure.
Ah, now I get it.
When are you wearing the sling? We put the slingshot bikini on Santa actually, so
Mm.
I'm not gonna touch it ever again.
Wait, guys, shall I have a queue
CNC.
or is it just like we can ask questions?
Wait, the
Please
CNC,
ask.
CNC isn't that the
That was your
What?
question.
the CNC? Isn't that the one? The secret one?
Yeah, yeah. What?
Did you tell people about this?
No, no, don't.
Why are people asking about this? This is a secret.
This is the guy who recommended me.
Okay, nice. Hey
So
person,
it's kind of you.
I bought it thanks to you. You know all our secrets. Don't tell other people.
I know every secret.
Delete
I
that
won't,
comment.
I'll try not to. You have to pay me off.
Is this Seth? Seth knows nothing.
I know everything, motherfucker.
We are the Illuminati.
You're the guy. Thank you. I should give you a shout out. I'll make sure to make him remember that I'm gonna give you a shout out when I have the toy in
Easy.
chat. Thank you.
Oh, that's fine. It's all good.
You leave the group.
Oh, he actually
I'm so busy now.
retracted.
The podcast.
No, not you. I'm
the
not
podcast
talking
is
to you,
pretty
Seth.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. So rude. So rude. I'm sorry. Yeah, but the podcast is nice. But that's more
Thank you.
about. Yeah.
More
I
about
like
the
it.
what?
What time is it? I actually have an appointment at 5.
Time to get ill.
Need to go for
Oh shit.
go to a meeting. No. I'm gonna do some business stuff.
There's a stream on Magpie.
Which business?
If you're
Over?
Organized crime.
It's in
I just did a business. I just did a big business.
Why
you did the
do
big
you
thing.
usually wear the headphones you were wearing
Toilet?
My name
over
is
the
Winston.
other ones?
Bruh.
My name is
Bruh.
Vincent
This
Adolfman.
is a
I
weird
just did
question.
a business.
I don't understand it.
Well, you choose those instead of
Ah, why
Yeah,
these are the ones I
probably.
pick? First of all, they are cheap headphones and they are great headphones. That's all you need.
They're the best headphones.
Yeah. Do you have them as well? The AKG 240.
Because these ones, they are nice in sound. The DT77.
But are they cheap?
No, they're expensive as hell, and it's too warm on the head.
I win.
I don't like it's warm like this. But I had like
Yeah,
cheaper
they have
one.
like winter fluff as well. So.
Well, it just came with it. I don't know if I could take it away. I could, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't know if I could put it back on ever.
They have these type of connectors as well, so this is really fucking good. Like
yeah, you can unplug. Yeah, I get it. oh, that's weird
Oh my
ones.
god!
This is like the meaty ones.
No, it's a micro. What the fuck is the name for mic input?
But do we need another version of this, like? Because they have so many different plugs. They do the same, but they're all.
But this is a standard type actually. It's just
it
a
about
micro.
troubleshooting?
Whatever. XLR.
Is there?
What's the word? XLR. Thank you.
Microaggression.
Or mini XLR.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you, so because I plugged it out.
He was showing plugs.
Plug is stupid. Yeah.
All I have to do.
Everyone's saying it, but I couldn't hear. Okay, last question. Make it a good one.
I have a question.
Wow, really?
I have a question as well.
Why can't I?
Bruh.
Who should we choose?
We need another bingo to pick who gets the last question.
Yes.
Can you do rock paper scissors? Like I say 1, 2, 3, and you say what you picked.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
69.
Fucking DDC.
yeah.
Fucking Hangouts crew. Screaming.
I was not impressed.
Me neither. How do you even do the 69 with your hands? One more time. Rock,
By the
no.
way, I keep.
Aki. 1, 2, 3, go.
Scissors.
Rock.
Ah, you changed that one.
We need to choose two of them. Who were the one with questions?
Talking over people.
Yeah, this was a bad idea.
That's why you said 69.
That is scissoring. The person is correct in chat. So how do you 69? Just like this?
I don't know.
It's a big question.
69. Take 2 papers and you 69. How to force
It's
mono.
2 scissors? No. wait.
Ask Bless.
That's
Bless
another
knows
thing.
stuff about. But you have a machine here. You should know. How do you force
Yo, upside
mono
down
in
picture
machine?
is just paper.
Paper is real boring sexual life of the.
That's deep.
A long time since I
have a
read
question.
porn. You know, like a
Bring it.
magazine.
I have a question.
What's the question?
Do you have anything else to like the giant whammy bars planned? Like stupid things that are actually really cool? End
No,
up
I
being
need to
really-
come up with them first, I guess. that's the hard part. So no, I don't think so. Like I was trying out doing like vibrating sliders and stuff like that, because I thought it would be sort of similar to Ebo, but it wasn't. It was sort of shitty.
Joshua had papers, but it was a lot of scissors.
But we're doing a lot of like bass experiments, like different things as strings, because that's so easy and fun to do as well. So we did one today actually, where we braided guitar strings. So we took 3 guitar strings and we braided it, and that became a bass string.
Oh, that's cool.
So that was pretty
How to
fun.
force mono and machine.
Other than that, I don't know.
Joshua is asking a question on the thing. Here.
Simon the think
How
tank.
to do mono in the.
Yeah, that was what I fucking said. Dude.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm out of here.
there is so many ways. The easy way I do it is just I put effect.
How do you install mods in Minecraft?
Oh no, Simon left.
Don't know.
I have.
I'll message you, Josh.
Well, Simon just left.
He's just gonna
You can
Google
ask
himself.
They freak out
first.
every time you leave.
Yeah.
Return.
Don't
How do
freak
you
out.
ask questions if it's bad?
You ask the question.
You scream so loud that they hear you. That's what you do.
You vibrate your vocal
Is that a
cords,
passport
and you
here?
push it there. That's all.
No, it
Yes.
kind of looks like.
Yeah.
I was thinking I could
Return with the
show.
phone book.
I could show this for a second. This is what I do. Like I used to have ideas on the door, but I never put them on the door because I'm fucking lazy and it's a door. So this is the latest idea book where I put all the ideas. So we're gonna take that one out, the braided guitar strings.
Yeah.
But so this is a lot of cool ideas that I just come up with. This is way better than a phone in my opinion. But like some of them are for Discord, so I thought this could maybe be kind of cool. Like we should do the dad noises sample pack, obviously, which I have talked about before. And then I made a fire beat.
Do you
know?
have like an example?
Literally.
Do you have an example of dad
Oh,
noise?
that's so cool.
So a lot
Like
of fire
collab
stuff.
where it's a notebook collab where we all show each other like our notebooks from the past.
This one is actually.
That would be cool.
This one is good. It's supposed to be an H.
Diary.
there.
From the past. Old fiction.
Oh,
Old ones. Yeah.
No, but I'm thinking about selling these whenever I'm done with an idea book. I could sell
we
it like
share our
merch.
suicide letters.
You could sell it as merch.
Yeah.
what is a dad noise?
No, but
Yeah.
just Google Family Guy dad noises and you will understand.
Oh.
But this one is so fucking good.
Noise I make.
The useless
I have a
bomb.
question. Do you not have an appointment at 5?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's my appointment.
He worries about you, Simon.
Yeah. No, but dudes, this is so fucking good. The useless bomb. Like imagine a useless box, but as soon as you touch it once, when the arm comes up, it blows up. Such a good idea.
Okay. Can I have a short one short question?
Yes.
Yeah, just say it.
Okay. Simon. About braided strings on the guitar. I have only 2 questions. I'm the guy who.
Yeah, you're the guy that I talked to.
Yep, that's me. And I just have 2 questions. Does it sound like something like bells? Braided strings.
It was close to a guitar. I don't know if it's about the material that it's a guitar string, so it automatically sounds like a guitar, or if it was. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna post the video soon, and I didn't shout you out in the video. I'm thinking I just leave a link to your music because I didn't know your name or anything. So I put a link in the description if you have like a Bandcamp or something like that.
I don't have one. And
Get one.
We'll make one for you.
Okay, then I can put like a
braided string
text.
Sounds as shit.
No, but it didn't sound like shit. Didn't sound amazing either, but.
Hey, grungy feel.
That's unusual.
Simon, I have a question.
Yes.
How's underwater music coming along?
The plan was to film that together when I have people here, because the way I'm gonna lay out the video is that me and Tataki, when Tataki was visiting, were recording the sounds together in a pool. So what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna tune into the music and then show you that footage from the summer when we went there. So it's like that type of narrative instead of me making music with it. So I just need to film it.
So the songs are gonna appear in a video of yours?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Was Tataki wearing a bikini?
Hey.
Tataki was afraid of water at the time, actually.
Tataki sounds like a bikini though.
Yeah, it sounds like a bikini model. Weirdly enough, it kind of does.
Well, good thing there's a song called Simon the Mermaid in there.
Yeah, word. 2 things. Strigid, I found 2 guitar ideas that I have here. Since you were asking about guitars, I figured might as well tell you those before we switch to the next person, I guess. And one of them is to drill holes, like not straight through, but kind of big holes on the fretboard. So you can do bending by squeezing harder, if that makes sense. So your index finger or whatever finger goes into a cavity.
You can carve like a...
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, exactly. And you just do it with a drill.
Scallop fretboard.
Yeah, but more with holes. So it's
Make a
based
song
on
called The Valley of Death.
like a fuckload of holes, like in between every. And then it was.
So you could just randomly do it and then get different results.
Yeah, exactly. That could be pretty cool, right?
Mm.
And then I also had an idea to do. First of all, I had an idea to DIY switching place on an acoustic guitar on the neck. So you put the neck on the fat part.
And it's a left-hand guitar.
Yeah, if you want to. Or switch it. I don't know how it's gonna work. But you're gonna figure that out. Probably easy to do. And then also I had the idea to put a telephone microphone as a pickup on a guitar. Because that might be cool.
Nice.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna sound low.
Yeah, exactly. And it's gonna be so close to the string, so it will most likely kind of work.
It would be cool.
Yeah, it might be really basic, but it's definitely worth trying.
Well, it's probably.
Fuck?
Wouldn't do telephone microphones pick up bass well? 'Cause I feel like
If
they're
you
so small.
if you had this
I don't know.
inside, and so the
Yeah,
strings
wouldn't
went
it negate
inside to that, so you play it through the hole like.
That is also a great idea. Gonna write that up. But okay, who's the next one to stream?
Tris gets the next one, but he said his won't be longer than half hour probably.
Not me.
So you can end whenever you want, I guess. Or
Nice.
go longer if you want.
Yeah, but or else, like we could do like. No, but yeah. Question?
Yeah, do you still have the Maya guitar?
The what
The one
guitar?
you found on, the Japanese one.
What?
There's like
What?
20 guitars in the
This is some
corner.
deep lore that I don't even know about.
Why are you laughing?
Because
The thought of a Japanese guitar is just hilarious.
No,
Did I
it's just very specific. I don't. That's
Is
why
it the
I
one
was
that I put a fidget spinner on, like way back?
Asking it because I have one, but the bridge pickup is broken.
Is it lagging there?
Oh, man.
Maybe Tataki, no, not Tataki, maybe Dakato has it. I gave like 5 guitars to Dakato to make art from, so maybe he has them. I'm not sure. I can ask. And in that case, if he doesn't use the pickup stuff, you can have it. So DM me and I will.
Because I need one.
Yeah. But I don't remember. Like, this is kind of long ago. I don't remember.
It sounded so sincere and like kind of sad if you
Yeah,
don't
but I
get
think
the
it's.
guitar.
No, but I
it
think
might
it's
be
Vola.
really
Is it noisy stuff? With the guitar?
I actually have another question.
People use more time to say that they have questions than asking questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it!
Wait, I have a question.
I actually suggested this in the past, and I know it's not the most original thing ever, but did you ever think about like making a video where you like strum on the rubber bands?
Like make a rubber band instrument, like boing boing boing.
Yes.
I did that once, like 4 years ago or something. I don't remember
Yes, I
how
get.
old I am, but I did it in the very beginning with like a piezo box.
4 years old.
I'm at least 4 years old. Yes.
Because
He is 4 years old.
Not
But-
mentally though, but yeah.
So like just to follow up on the
on
question.
the rubber bands when I'm bored, and it sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. And also, this is my follow-up. What I want you to try, what you could try, is what I was building a couple of years ago also, maybe 5 years ago, I don't know. But you take one of those workout rubber bands, like a big rubber band, and you put it into a box with a piezo that you stand on, so you have like an upright base with like a huge rubber band, you know?
There should be something to stretch it out like
Yeah,
boom,
you
boom,
do like a
boom,
workout. Like that's a video I'm gonna do, actually. So that's an idea.
Actually, or maybe you could try like making a bass with like a spring, like a huge spring, and you put it between two metal objects.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, if I can find like a long spring, I can put it on an actual bass.
That made me have a vision of a guy taking suicide with those, but when
No!
he
Don't-
hacks his balls.
We will get flagged!
Wait, what? Someone's gonna commit suicide?
Don't!
Talking about a play. It's art, okay?
It's art! It's art!
Yeah, because you bounce and touch the ground, so you don't die, but you like...
But okay, now I need to
It
go.
really is art, isn't it?
So we can do this later again if we want to. Is Triskit ready to take over? Maybe?
He can
Oh,
be.
hell yeah.
He can be.
How long is this gonna go, guys?
I don't know.
Well,
I took it too far already. So.
Yeah, you did. Fuck you. We were just about to end on a high note.
And then you play the instrument.
But okay, so I just press stop streaming and Trisket press start streaming, I guess.
Hell yeah.
And we will see each other in the moonlight.
Simon.
Peace. Thank you everyone for 2K.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, well, hello. Hello, pirates. Howdy. Ahoy. It is time for story time.
Story time. Story time.
Yes, indeed. So, I believe this is a tradition started by Christian on the server. He would start by saying, "Once upon a time," and then more pirates would start building a story. And it's always quite insane. And I've picked 4 of those to read to everybody. So here we go. This is the story of the pretty girl and the snake named Bubba. Once upon a time, there was a girl who was pretty. She had a pet snake named Bubba. Bubba wasn't known for his math skills, but he was very good at chewing bubblegum. One day, he chewed so much bubblegum that his jaws got stuck together. The vet was surprised when they brought him in, because they had never seen a snake called Bubba. They tried everything they could, but Bubba's jaws could not be freed from the iron grip of the chewing gum. Oh, the frog is, Sad Party Frog by Dipwith. Sorry, okay. They tried everything they could, but Bubba's jaws could not be freed from the iron grip of the chewing gum. When finally the whole thing came loose, it turned out Bubba had not only been chewing bubblegum, but it seemed like he has also been sneaking sips of superglue when the pretty girl wasn't looking. The vet advised to put Bubba on a vegan diet because this had never been tried with snakes. For the next few days, Bubba ate only parsnips and spinach. On the 5th day of his extreme diet, he started growing legs and could take himself for a walk, something the pretty girl was tired of taking care of anyhow. After a few weeks, Bubba had fully formed arms and legs. He began letting himself out of the house and strolling around town. After 2 months, Bubba also started working out and doing errands and became more and more like a father to the pretty girl. She apparently was an orphan, something that can easily be overlooked in today's harsh society. And after evenings and evenings of talking, Bubba developed speech in the meantime. He decided he wanted to do something for the pretty girl. So he took a train to Australia and bought her a baby kangaroo. Fuck! Was the only thing the kangaroo could utter after weeks of getting drilled by Bubba about the benefits of a social health care system. But the baby kangaroo didn't need to be an eloquent speaker. as it was proficient in a large array of deadly martial arts. The pretty girl, her name was Penny, loved the kangaroo so much that she asked Bubba to start living somewhere else. Bubba was sad, but he reluctantly packed his home gym equipment and health supplements and got a ride to Albuquerque, where he found work at a patent office or something. It turned out Bubba was a real snake in the end, because he got shitty rich by ripping other people's patents. He bought yachts and casinos and sports teams, but in the end, the only thing that could fill the void left in his heart by the pretty, pretty girl was bubblegum. Chewing gum. Yes. He became the world champion of chewing bubblegum tricks. Yes. Turned out the kangaroo and the pretty girl got married. The kangaroo participated in the Olympics, but failed miserably, and eventually they broke up. Because he couldn't get over his failure, all died alone and in misery. End. Alternative ending. Bubba developed an addiction to chewing gum, and when he was in rehab, refound his love for working out again. He got so pumped that he dared to take on the kangaroo one last time. In their final and epic battle, of which I'll save you the details, they met in a school parking lot at 4 o'clock. What would have normally been an easy win for the trained kangaroo turned out to be a real ordeal, since his pouch was full of the memories of his homeland. The snake said, "Why are you carrying all those memories of all those years?" The kangaroo wept. Bubba saw his chance and punched the joey all the way back to Australia. The Vegemite and fairy bread began to get soggy. The moral of this story is, kangaroos are assholes, and eating chewing gum in moderation is the way to go because it can fuck up your life. Alright, I'm guessing you guys can hear me and everything. That was the story of the pretty girl and the snake named Bubba. Let's see here. Gotta wait for my book to load. Alright. Alright. The next story is the story of a young man named Rick who finds himself in a pickle. But I need some refreshment first. I hope you pirates are having a fun time. Hope you're having a good day. The stream has been pretty awesome so far. Here we go. It was a terrible hot day when the protagonist of the story, a young man named Rick, fell into a hole and bruised his face. Rick had never faced any big challenges before in life, and here he was facing two. For one thing, he was now stuck in a hole. And two, his fingers had become lodged in a crevice. So he had 2 fingers stuck in a crevice, and he was in a deep hole. It began to gently rain, and drops of water fell all around him. To add to Rick's troublesome situation, he also remembered he had to post a letter to his grandma. And the drops turned to drips, and the drips turned to a trickle. The drips made him want to pee. But the letter to his grandma was in his pants. And he only had one arm. Sorry. And he only had one arm. And the hole was starting to fill with rainwater. And he had an itchy nose. Suddenly, a firefighter peeked down the hole. "Hello, young child," and said, "What you doing down there, you muppet?" He said, "You know this is no place to post letters." Then the fireman gasped in surprise at Rick's horribly bruised face. "I know posts go in holes, but that's the wrong sort of post, and this hole's too big." The fireman had the perfect rope to pull the kid out, but was going to use it to go water skiing with a friend's boat. What a dilemma. And Rick only had one arm. He was in a pickle. The firefighter explained to Rick that he couldn't rescue him with his water skiing rope. "So cry me a river, motherfucker." Rick said, "Have you perchance got any lube so I may free my one trapped arm?" "Oh, why, of course," said the fireman, reaching into his pocket and fetching the KY he always carried for such emergencies. Or things other than emergencies. The fireman then explained he couldn't toss him the lube, though, as Health and Safety Regulation 1665.67 required Rick be wearing a helmet and have a second arm to catch it. Suddenly, a hungry rat appeared in the hole next to Rick, eyeing up his trapped finger. Attracted by the scent of the lube, it quickly grew excited and gobbled off Rick's finger, effectively freeing him. Rick screamed, "I'm free!" and then looked at his missing middle finger and realized he could no longer flip people off. So he had to do the heavy horns with the firefighter a la Ronnie James Dio, which he did repeatedly. The fireman then said, "The rainwater will float you to the surface soon enough, so my work here is done. I'm off water skiing now." But it stopped raining. And just then the rat jumped on Rick's head, and he contracted head lice. So the firefighter said, "If you were on fire, perhaps I could leave a hose on you." The rat had never had head lice before. After a few minutes of the lice and mouse on his head, a new form of the Black Death formed. They now had new problems. And they were all safety code violations. But if Rick could produce enough pustulation from his plague source, he could float free on that. Then he also remembered his urgent need to go pee-pee. He couldn't hold for long. The rat then said, "I have an idea." Rick said, "Oh my fucking god, a talking rat!" He was so surprised that a stream of shit acting like a jet engine propelled him heavenly into the arms of the fireman. "My hero," said Rick. He wrapped his one arm around the fireman. "This is a safety code violation," said the fireman, and gave him a gentle kiss on the cheek. He was swiftly dropped by the fireman after he realized the shit, the rat, the lack of helmets, and the plague, all of which broke safety regulations. He plummeted once more, hitting the side multiple times. All of the immature jokes from the pirates had been out to waste. Rick was in a pickle once more. He landed in the shallow water at the bottom of the hole and peed his pants. At least his propellant poop broke his fall slightly. It was then he realized he was Pickle Rick. Pickled Rick. The rats were back, thirsty for lube. The letter to his grandma got all wet and stained. And pickled, bruised, piss and shit-soaked Rick. The fireman was confused and considering counseling. He had seen too much. So he decided to fill in the hole. Spare the world the pain of Pickled Rick, the infected rats, and the lube. He went back to his job. But the fireman's insurance dropped him due to the code violations, so he would not be able to see a psychiatrist. His wife didn't know what to do. She said, "I hope you didn't get shit on your hose." "He wasn't on fire, that's impossible," he said worryingly. That exact moment, bruised and pickled Rick walked in, red with rage. Having made a ladder entirely out of rats to escape the hole, he lost an eye in the process. He now veered slightly to the left when he walked, due to the missing body parts. But he had managed to find the fireman to exact his revenge. He grabbed the fireman with his one arm, and an army of lice emerged from the socket of his missing eyeball. They crawled over the two of them, the fireman screaming in terror. "You shall suffer what I've had to suffer," Rick screamed. He reached forward, and suddenly rats came swarming in via the door and dislodged the fireman's helmet. They were out to add to his list of regulation breaches and steal his personal lubricant, the fuel of the hive. The wife, who had till that moment been nailed to the ground, opened a kitchen drawer and took a huge spatula, no, a butter knife, and a safety vest, and began assaulting the rats with fury. One rat after the other faced its maker at the hands of the wife with the huge butter knife. But Pickled Rick had other plans. He ripped the fireman's arm off as if it were Play-Doh, and went after the wife, armed with a stinky, soggy letter to Grandma. "Not his firearm!" the wife yelled, while trying to defend herself with the safety vest. She ran for the drawer and grabbed the nearest item, a corkscrew, a pink one, and went for the eye. Rick, now unable to see, mailed a rat to his grandmother on accident in the middle of the fight scene. Amidst the confusion and terror, the wife, now armed with the pink corkscrew, ran to the phone. Pickled Rick now had to trust his sense of hearing and feeling to win the battle, and started producing ultrasonic dolphin sounds. The rats screaming made it impossible. Their cries for lube deafened all. The fireman's wife called the president, who said, "It was a hoax made by the China." When Rick heard this, he thought back to his childhood and his father, who was a firefighter of Chinese descent, and how sad he was when Rick lost his arm. Suddenly, Rick felt he owed the fireman an apology. Rick began to apologize, but the fireman was deaf and couldn't hear him. One blinded and one deafened, the wife understood there was only one thing she could do: request an airstrike. The request was denied, and the wife felt betrayed by the president. The moral of the story is, firemen also have feelings, and never trust a president. End. This one was written by Christian, Simon the Fake Pie, myself, Chris Bacon, Grumo, and Totally Innocent Crow in the Park. Alright, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I've got 2 more to go. I had a hard time keeping it together on that one. Man. Alright. Okay. Good moral, yeah. I don't know if you guys might want to try and write one of these on the Discord while I stream it or not. We'll see. Looks like I'm 20 minutes in. I've got 2 stories to go. Okay. For the next story, I selected the story of Matt, whom hated peas. Okay. This is, I'm sure it wasn't the first one, but this is kind of like the original story. Once upon a time, there was a dumb millennial named Matt who hated peas and whom peas hated back. A pea? Ree! He exclaimed. But there was no pea, only sorrow. Sorrow and egg rolls. Sorrow was the name of an illegal beverage he produced and sold on the pink market, which is even more illegal than the black market. To enter the pink market, one must simply clap their hands at an incredibly fast speed. Matt was fast. He had fast hands from all of the practice. Once his fast hands got him into a pickle, or a pickle jar to be precise. But that's for another story. At the door of the pink market, he took note of its features. It was pink, and decorated with drawings of body parts painted in blood. Some body parts so explicit he briefly went blind. Suddenly, he sniffed a potent smell that came through the market doors. Perhaps it could be used as ingredients for his sorrow. He must find the source. He entered the market and followed his nose to peas. Ree! Horrible, awful blood peas. He flipped a few tables. The forbidden beant has angered him. The guards took notice. They were used to this sort of thing. There was something about Matt that one of the guards liked. The guard's name is Jesh. Jesh suddenly tripped over a table and fell into a pit, breaking his neck. Matt laughed with glee. No one had as fast of hands as he. Matt grabbed the gun from the other guard while he was distracted by his partner's sudden death and shot him 589 times with his lightning-fast reflexes. The guard had been reduced to bloody peas. Matt hated peas. But he still needed ingredients. Thankfully, nobody else in the market had noticed the commotion, which was shocking considering the fatalities and the 589 bullets. But Matt was fast. Too fast to be noticed. Speedy Matt. He swept the blood peas into a pickle jar. Careful not to get stuck in it. He sealed them and was about to take his leave when a seagull pecked his eyes out. Big oof! As the bird flew away with his ingredients, Matt shook his fist toward the sky. But too fast. Oh no, he broke the sound barrier with his fist shaking. Boom! The air started to warm and crackle as he teleported out of the pink market and into a disco party. The DJ was none other than DJ Lobster in a chicken suit. Wow, said Matt. I love DJ Lobster in a chicken suit, he exclaimed. I am also blind. He was bleeding profusely from his empty sockets. But then he received robot eyes immediately for the sake of storyteller convenience. They were a common party favor at that time. Matt tested his new eyes by checking his watch. 2 o'clock! He was late for his appointment with the weather doctor, who also practiced taxidermy. Dr. Weatherman Jenkins. He needed to escape the disco. Luckily, he had fast hands. He did a handstand and dug his way out at the speed of light. He ended up at yoga class. Dr. Weatherman Jenkins' yoga class. Welcome, my laddie, he said as Matt entered. He was a short man with blue hair, and he appeared to be standing on his head. He was also carrying a taxidermized cat. The doctor hiccuped. Time exploded. Everything that ever will be was. The cat became alive again, but was also dead. Wow, Matt said. You're not a doctor, you're Schrodinger. Wow, said the cat, but also didn't say that. Darn it, Dr. Weatherman Jenkins said. I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling millennials. Wow, said the hat. Everyone looked at the hat. Matt lifted the hat next to the cat. It was filled with peas. Matt stood there, dumbfounded. Something was brewing inside him. He began to tremble. Fart noise. The peas were unfazed by this attack. Jeez, Matt said. He shoved the peas down the cat's throat. The cat bit him, but also didn't. The Matt shouted. The Matt shouted and shook his hand, but too fast. The cat's eyes rolled back, and the doctor's gratuitous amount of facial hair disintegrated as Matt's hand defied physics and surpassed the speed of light. The speed of his hands transcended alternate realities, and the entire hot yoga class was transported to a distant star system called JG-00457255Q678A, and they all suffocated and died in the void of space. The end. Okay. Alright. Last one. Once upon a time, there was an ugly duck who was all alone. The duck's feathers weren't like the other ducks. They were sticky and smelled like pot roast. They also grew sideways. But they hadn't always been that way. Once, he was the most handsome duck on the pond. Until the day of the accident, which involved bread and radioactive toxic waste and a ventriloquist. It was a brisk fall evening when the man approached the pond years ago. He looked much like any other man, but he didn't have any eyebrows. But he didn't appear to be bothered by the cold. But he carried a ceramic coffee mug that contained a mystery liquid. Even he didn't know what it was. It was coffee, but he didn't know that. There was a chill in the air and the moon was waning. The ducks had just started going to sleep, or whatever. Christian doesn't know anything about ducks. So the ventriloquist pulled out the coffee mug and started drinking coffee. He was very surprised. The duck, that is. Little did the man know that there was a wizard hiding in the bush who made a rod of uranium appear in the coffee mug. The wizard was homeless and had nothing better to do. So the ventriloquist spat his radioactive coffee all over the sleeping ducks. The ventriloquist's name was Alfie. You might be wondering how a wizard could become homeless, but that's a story for another time. The wizard, whose name was Conrad, laughed at Alfie, but very quietly. The wizard looked on, smirking and rubbing his palms together. Everything had gone according to plan. But that plan is a story for another time. The ducks had been awoken by the sound of Alfie's body splashing into the pond, in a physical, spiritual, and sexual sense. Suddenly there was a great cacophony of quacks and squawks and flapping of wings. The ducks were disgruntled and hungry and began to swarm. They feasted on Alfie's corpse. The wizard initiated phase 2 of his plan and pulled out a field audio recorder. But the recorder was out of batteries. Dang it, he whispered. Guess I'll have to kill another man. The ducks quacked quacks of fury to see if it has any batteries. Cypress Hill echoed in the distance from a lowrider full of Vatos Locos. Whoops. That would have ruined my recording of ducks eating a man anyway, I guess, said the wizard. Why a wizard needs batteries is a mystery, but that is a story for another time. The ventriloquist's body had been reduced to a bloody pulp, floating like a mysterious foam on the surface of the pond. But the ducks were still in a frenzied rage. They turned and swooped after the wizard. Fangs bared, wings flapping, nostrils flared. It was a uranium-fueled orgy of violence. But there was just one duck who could put a stop to this. The situation was growing critical. The ugly duck knew what had to be done, although he wasn't ugly yet. Conrad was unaware that the radioactivity in combination with his magic was powering the recorder, and that was registering the scene with a Dolby noise reduction and a very nice phaser effect. The recording would later be found by an old man who went on to start his own religion. It didn't do very well, but that is a story for another time. It was called The Cult of Conrad. Naturally. Anyway. The not yet ugly duck stole the wizard's magic staff, which is what he called the field recorder, while another duck fed on Alfie's foamy remains. Of course, the duck didn't know what it was. He was only a duck after all. But the full loaves of bread began falling from the heavens. There was a magic in the air, and the field recorder had recorded it. Some speculate it was Conrad. Others attribute it to a side effect of the uranium. Personally, I think it was all down to the field recorder, but who knows? The ducks all greedily devoured the magic bread, all but one, Dwayne, the Duck Johnson. Dwayne, the still not ugly Duck Johnson, was still holding the field recorder in his beak and turned the recording volume all the way up. Can you smell what the duck is cooking? Dwayne screamed, unbidden. That's when the magic started its work on Dwayne. He would yell phrases sporadically, and his appearance began to change. The recorder released a powerful blast of magic, killing everything within 50 feet, but not Dwayne. The Vatos Locos, who were far enough to survive, but near enough to witness it all, bounced away in their Lincoln Continental, vowing to cut down their hash oil intake. The last thing they saw was Dwayne the Duck Johnson with sticky feathers and smelling like pot roast. Dwayne was wild and bulletproof. He went on to live a relatively normal duck life, but now ugly. How Dwayne the Duck Johnson went on to become Dwayne the Rock Johnson is a story for another time. That's the end. That one was by Analog Weapon, Hatman, and Christian, myself, Dan Fingerman, and Grumo. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone in there. We wrote that yesterday. Oh, goodness. All right. Let's see. So, do you guys have stories? I get the impression maybe you do. Oh my God, there are a lot of notifications. Let's see. I don't know if there are more stories that were written by multiple people or not. Quick, everyone ping brisket. Yeah. Don't do that. Please. Yeah, we did a, Fingerman and I wrote a story about Space Cop City 2099 or something. But that one was like a weird combination of more serious than funny, although definitely ridiculous. What I would lean toward if we're going to do another story is maybe doing it live on the Discord. Although I'm not sure how well that might work. A couple of you have sent me stories right now, but I haven't had time to read them, so... Okay, we're in Fucked Out, and we're starting a new story. So I will read this in real time. Once upon a time, there was a bloke named Robert. He was a sad boy. And he wanted a new mummy. Polka dots were all his rage. He had a prolapsed ear. He ate frogs. Too late, cat. I got all your mistakes in there. Okay, so he ate frogs, and he tripped nuggets, and he liked dogs. But that's a story for another time. And he saw polka dots for days, and he played polka. So we went to play Phantom of the Opera. A Phantom of the Opera version of Nude Twister. With Strigid. I'll just give it a minute here. I'll let you guys get ahead of me. Man. Gotta appreciate this crackling, nice warm fire over here. Lovely day to stay inside and read stories. Wow, this is crazy. Okay. Most things were blue, except chickens, which he hunted for sport. With lewd, scary homos. With a native man named Napa Namatalon. Anyways, back to the plot. He said, "What? How is that possible? My car was just a watermelon yesterday, and it's a cucumber now." The scary homos were all named Fabio. And a lovely plot of land it is. Robert wanted more out of life. But one had a red toe and 4 blue toes. Frogs. He liked to vape with the Fabios and lick frogs and liked dogs. Lick 'em all. So they went on a trip. Too much altogether. He often considered his red toe to be a polka dot and hated himself for this. But he was tripping on LSD, and his name was Lee. He rejected kisses and butt touches from everyone except for his accountant. And LSD is against the safety regulations. Accountants are hot, he thought. Now his frog supply was running low, and his underwear were too tight. Questions will and must be ignored for us to grow, said someone. Suddenly, Cthulhu, accountant me fuck. This is just gibberish, you guys. Things were adding up in the ledgers. I take it back, he screamed. The joke was far too mean. He said, my pants are tight and I need a shite. They yelled, ew woo, and then someone pooped. They then dove each other's tongues into each other's mouths. It was hot. Where did the Chinese women come from, Robert wondered, against the rules. It was stinky and beautiful. His palms were sweaty and hairy, so he waxed them like Mom's spaghetti. Robert thought this is like Discord Speakout in text. This might have been a mistake. To dry off his palms, he got a palm drying procedure performed by a young Peruvian bicyclist. Then Vesey posted hentai. All he wanted was a new mum. God damn it, Vesey! Trisket screamed. He was quickly becoming crazy as multiple voices inside his head spoke all at once. The best bicyclist from Peru. He often thought that his hairy palms were due to the fact he had sexual relations with someone under his employ. No more hairy wax spaghetti. He suddenly realized that Trisket had made a huge mistake. And a box of crackers slowly began pondering the meaning of its life. However, after using the incorrect palm drying procedure, he infected his fingers with the 1 red toe 4 blue syndrome. And ate penicillin. Do it, we all screamed. By the bag. Free Hong Kong. Then he threw the crackers against the wall. Suddenly, Robert woke up. He had been dreaming all along. This is actually a pretty common issue with Peruvian hand-drying techniques. But that's a story for another time. As soon as he woke up, Robert died. The penicillin was DIY made from a guy behind his local gas station. He was a cracker smacker whacker attacker. And all the Fabios turned to look at him as if he was going mad. I'm going mad. Safety is #1 priority. Boom. The Fabios began chanting. But that's a story for another time. Fabio. Porco Dio. Painted blue, the chickens were now safe from Robert's hairy spaghetti. Robert's hemorrhoids were getting worse by the second. And turning bluer by the moment. I'm writing a story! Aiden screamed. His grandma always told him a story, but the story sounded more like random comments in a fucked out, so he couldn't understand it. Got him. The guy had made the penicillin video from a DIY YouTuber, Simon the Krabby. He couldn't understand the meaning of the word chicken, yet he thought about them every day. This is terrible. Y'all are mean to me, making me read this stuff. But, and the say was the can ask make new moment. The penicillin cured everything, but his prolapsed ear, and he started wondering why his prolapsed ear was so persistent. Several people were typing. He had dreams about 10-foot-tall chickens eating him. Roberta Roberts, inside voice, wondered why no one listened to her. Trisket didn't make a gamer moment. The chat was sad, and it meant that we were in danger. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Then he realized a prolapse isn't infection. Can you smell what the duck is cooking? When it was a winky finky donk, ha 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 ha, dee 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 dee, Teleprinko the monster from Monsoon Hydration. The duck was cooking him. It smelled like whoop ass and soy sauce. Mary Poppins was one of his passions. He was obsessed with her. I have to end the stream now. I farted. And a little came out. Sorry. Maria Pape. And always carried an umbrella. On the TV, the story of the Chinese firefighter with the one-armed son went unwatched. The duck farted and someone said, I smell Chinese food. Simon the Magpie is a poopy head. For the poop leaks. Okay. I like lemon tea. There's no way I can read that. I'm gonna call it right there. That's the end of the segment. That was chaotic. I hope you guys enjoyed story time.
Story time. Story time. Story time.